have mixed feelings about this week's episode of One Piece because, on one part, the title of the episode is indicating that Cavendish is going to be the focus of this. You know, his battle in D Block and with some Rebecca there. But majority of the episode is spent on the Don Flamingo and Law and Green bit, and then I'm just thinking, like, wait, why is that the focus, despite what the title is? But then I really look back at all the parts of the Green bit, and like, you know, nothing really interesting enough happens, even in that part, to institute a title. So I guess they didn't know what to do, so they're like, well, Cavendish made a good speech before, let's put that in. But yeah, for the majority, whenever they were at the Coliseum, it was just introducing all the other fighters, and then Cavendish fighting this bounty hunter, which I don't remember I don't even think it was in the manga. I think it was just to fill out the episode. And then Rebecca was just there. That's it. There was no progression in her battle. Just she's there in the background. She's still fighting. Like we already knew that, but okay. So the majority of the episode focuses on Green bit. Finally, Nami, Chopper, and Brooke realized or are told by Jola about the deception of Don Flamingo. He's still a warlord. He has the government's help there now. So I like that they're finally brought in, because the entire time they're just sitting out there in the middle of the ocean like castaways. They don't know anything about what's going on in the world. They're just out of the know. They don't know what the hell's going on. They're just poor insignificant peons just dragged into this. So they go to Green bit. They're attacked by fighting bulls. And one thing I did like was Law kind of planned ahead, 10 steps ahead. You know, while he was still running, he still managed to take one of the Marines' hearts and fool Don Flamingo to thinking this was Caesar's. And that was good. Because if I was Law, even with the newspaper, I'd still be a bit skeptical that Don Flamingo would live up to his word. So you gotta still, you know, have something up your sleeve. So I'm guessing he didn't bring Caesar's heart with him. It's still probably on the ship, or maybe he hid it somewhere in the city. Who knows? But so he creates a room, and even though under the weight of the gravity, he is able to teleport away along with Caesar. So, okay, so it's Law was planning this. You know, he was just hoping to get something out of Don Flamingo while he was captured, and he did. And now he's trying to distract Don Flamingo by making him think he's going to the bridge. He's not, but then Don Flamingo hears the screams of Nami, and because they're being attacked by fighting bulls. He's like, oh, I see what you're doing here, Law. I'm gonna go kill your friends. And if you've seen the manga, you have certain expectations about what's about to happen. When Don Flamingo is about to attack everyone on the ship, Sanji comes in. But here's where it confuses me, or at least they don't. My expectations are just shattered, because I was hoping for like a surprise. You just see a black blur, and then boom, just that one scene you see Sanji coming in and kicking Don Flamingo in the knee. The Don Flamingo blocked with his knee, and that was just been like, holy shit! Like he came out of nowhere. But no, they actually show a couple of scenes of him skywalking towards them. So like, oh look, it's Sanji in the distance. He's getting closer. He's getting closer. He's almost there. There he is. Like, that kind of took the surprise out of it. It's just like, oh, there he is. Do 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 do. Huh? Do 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 do. It's like, come on. You know, keep us on some of the surprise. But what really got me was the background music. Usually when one of the main characters or a hero comes in to save the day at the last minute, they would have this triumphant music in the background. And many would think it would be Sanji's background music, because it's Sanji. He comes in, saves everyone by kicking Don Flamingo. But no, the music stays the same. It's the same villain music, the same threatening music. So even when Sanji came in to save everyone, it was still playing that music, and I'm thinking, why are they still playing the music? It just doesn't match with what he's doing. You know, he's he's the knight in shining armor. He's the one who's saving the day. You know, he's coming in to fight Don Flamingo to protect everyone. He might lose, he might die, he might win, or at least to distract him long enough for everyone to escape, and he'll escape somehow too. But no, it was just like, come on, he's the hero. Stop playing the threatening music. It pretty much just assures us that even though he's here to save everyone, he's still gonna lose because Don Flamingo. But yeah, it was at this point, it was like, you know, I don't remember much about this episode except for Law escaping and then Sanji coming in to save Don Flamingo. Everything else was just, it almost seemed like I didn't need to watch the rest of the episode to appreciate these two scenes. And yeah, and that was almost like a whole 16 to 17 minutes of the episode of me just not like even bothering looking at what they're saying, because it's just pretty much following the motions. And you can almost say this was an underwhelming episode. But it's these episodes that make me appreciate the other ones. It shows you that even shows that are so well known for being constantly great can have their bad times, their bad episodes. So it doesn't really make me feel like, oh, this ruins the whole show. It just makes me appreciate the fact that I rarely ever see episodes like this, where it's so bad or so underwhelming that I just didn't have any interest in it. But anyway, this was it had a couple good scenes. It almost felt like they had two incomplete episodes jammed into one. One was the D block, and the other one was Green Bit and Law escaping. And then the whole Sanji versus Don Flamingo thing maybe could have been for next episode, but I guess it's also a good way to end and introduce what's going to happen next episode. So either or, it's up to the viewer. But for the most part, probably two good scenes, and everything else was underwhelming. You know, you're not really required to watch the rest of the episode or have any interest in the episode. However, I'm sure that they're gonna recap the most important parts in next episode. So at that point, you know, this episode almost seems like you can completely skip it and you won't miss a single thing, and that's kind of sad. But yeah. Either way, that's it. You know, I'm Tony Dragon. Bye.